10 years ago, I tried to end my life. And what's wild is I didn't even realize that the anniversary had passed. I was literally driving to an event that my girlfriend Katie built. Celebrate you, ironically enough, living my life, thinking about what I had to do on that day. And then it hit me, April 26th. Why? Why is this date wanting me to remember it? April 26th. What is this day? And as I was driving to celebrate you, it hit me. 10 years later. I wasn't sad. I felt compassion for the version of me who genuinely could not see her way out. Because I'm still in the same body. I still have the same brain. But I am living a completely different reality. So today, I want to talk about what changed and what is still true. So I want to expand a little bit more on that. And stay with me. I didn't get to that moment overnight. I had a childhood that wired me for survival, like many of you. Loss, abandonment, instability. I lost my mother at the age of 10. I carried trauma I didn't know how to process. And as I got older, I became extremely high functioning. Successful on the outside, but internally, I was so disconnected. I was drinking every day, all day long. I was numbing. I didn't know how to have real intimacy, so I was addicted to pornography. I only knew how to push, how to achieve, and most importantly, how to survive. And then everything collapsed all at once. Divorce, hidden debt. My business was at risk. My home was totally at risk. A man I thought I was rebuilding with was already building a life with someone else. And on top of all of that, I had gone through 5 failed IVF pregnancies. 5. I have a C-section scar and no baby. And all I knew at that point was my body was never going to carry a child, ever. So when I say I couldn't find a reason to stay, I mean my brain had built a reality where there were no reasons. Not even one. And here's the part that people don't talk about enough. After the moment, I had the realization. I didn't learn a different way to live. If I didn't learn a different way to live, I would end up right back where I was again. My problem was the next time there may not be someone to intervene. So I had 2 choices. Retract or expand. Retract or expand. And I chose expansion. I chose education. I went back to school. Broke, old, not ready to learn. But I started studying neuroscience, psychology, quantum energy, patterns, behavior. Not because I wanted to be a teacher, but because I needed to survive myself. And what I learned changed everything. Your brain is not designed to make you happy. Oh, no. It is designed to prove what you already believe. So if your identity is built on loss, abandonment, pain, just stuck in survival mode every single day, your brain will filter your entire life to confirm that. This is not intuition. This is conditioning. All right, so I have a system I've created. Your amygdala is what I call the auditor. It tracks all your emotional pain. Your reticular activation system I call the watcher. It filters what you see. So if your past taught you that nothing works out, that people leave, that life is so hard, your brain will show you proof of that everywhere you look, under every nook and cranny. So in 2016, I could only see reasons to disappear. And in 2026, I truly see opportunities everywhere. Same brain, different filter. So how did this transformation start? Well, over the last decade, I didn't become a different person. I trained my brain, my energy, and my ideology. I learned how to regulate my nervous system. I learned how to sit in uncomfortable discomfort without collapsing or numbing. I learned how to interrupt thoughts before they became beliefs. I learned how to witness myself differently, and I started building an entirely new identity. And this is where visualization and all of this comes to play. And this is where people get manifestation totally wrong. Totally wrong. They try to control the outcome, the exact house, the exact person, the exact timeline. But your brain doesn't respond to specificity first. It responds to what you have trained it feels safe. So instead of asking, what does it look like? I want you to pause. And this is the key thing. Write this one down. What would it feel like if the version of me who receives this easily was me? Because once it feels safe, the brain will start finding the portals and the pathways. You see, this is where everything changes. You become the witness. And that's my third thing. We witness ourselves all day long. So you notice yourself and you start saying, I showed up today. I followed through today. I did something really hard today. And your brain starts to accept that this is your new reality. So what is still true? Good question. I still have thoughts. I still have problems. I still have challenges. But I don't believe everything my brain tells me anymore. So the version of me back then, it wasn't broken, and neither are you. She was untrained. She didn't know how to see herself differently. She didn't know she had a choice, but now she does. So if you are in this moment right now where you cannot see your way out, it doesn't mean that there isn't one. What it means, my love, is that your brain hasn't learned how to see it yet. It is still filtering from the old reality. And if I can go from that version of me to this version, a life where every day I am free, I am genuinely happy, I feel loved, I changed people, I changed my reality, I live on the ocean surrounded by birds and dolphins and sunshine and beauty. In 2016, Michelle was doing everything her brain taught her to see. But in 2026, Michelle sees everything she filtered through. Trust me when I say this. Your story is not even halfway written. A decade later, and the quill is still writing stories, but from the lens of a life that is worth the soul inhabiting it. You are not alone in this, and you are so worthy. You haven't even met all the people who will love you. You haven't seen what you are, only what you filtered in, and most importantly, out. Trust me when I say, your reality is not fixed. The story has been filtered to match this specific ideology. What I learned and healed is now changing millions of lives and energies all over the planet. It led me to create this top podcast with nearly 800,000 downloads. And this is exactly why I built Manifesting Miracles Academy. Because I don't want you sitting here thinking you're the problem, because you're not. Your brain has been conditioned to retrain it. Inside the academy, every single workshop I design is to help you do exactly that through neuroscience, through energy, through woo-woo, but through real tools. And you can start here for free. All you have to do is go into the show notes and begin learning immediately after this episode is over. Because no matter where you are right now, mentally, energetically, vibrationally, spiritually, there's a version of you who already knows how to see it differently. And you're allowed to become them. So if you're waiting on a sign, this is your sign. If you think you have to do it alone, you don't. I'm here. I'm real. I'm alive. So let's rewrite those DNA codes. Let's rewire that brain. And let's re-regulate that nervous system. Let's talk to the version of you who trusts themselves so much that the next decade changes everything and you quantum leap into your highest timeline. Nothing is ever perfect. That's the gift. Once you learn how smart you are, how powerful you are, and yes, how magical you are, and how to use it, it will be the transformation that you have never known. And I want to do that with you. My Manifesting Miracles Academy and all of our members want to support you. This is our timeline and your time to turn it all around. I'm Michelle Juanita Lamont. In 10 years, I decided I wasn't going to be here anymore. And you know what? That old filter system is gone. And now we manifest miracles. So let's do it together and let's close out how we always do here in our community. And if you're new to Manifesting Miracles Academy, Manifesting Miracles, the podcast, or me, Michelle Juanita Lamont, it's okay. We've known each other in other lifetimes, and all of this adventure is for us to figure out together. All right. So everything that you need to know is already in this reality. Everything that you need is inside of you. You don't need anything but activation and to rewire yourself. The story of you, the next 10 years, hasn't been written. It hasn't even been fantasized about. You've been stuck in survival for so long. And although all those old cosplay situations are still vibrating in my reality, the truth is that I feel very bad for that version of Michelle because she had no idea how to work through it. And now she leads millions, hosts workshops, retreats, events, even has a whole community that she makes free every single month. The first month's on you. After that, it's about $20 a month. And you get 3 workshops, 2 live, 4 Monday sessions. Every week you get to tune in, turn on, and tap in. Because at the end of the day, you are blessed, protected, and needed here on the planet. And if you could fast forward to the part where this has already been regulated and you've already started manifesting and you've changed your entire reality, you wouldn't be feeling the way you feel right now. And I thought, of all the podcasts I need to record, my 10-year anniversary of the greatest thing that changed everything and changed so many people's lives, especially mine. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for those of you who have been here from episode 1 to episode 360 something this one is. And if you're just now finding it, we're so thankful that you're here. We've been building this for you. We've been waiting on you the whole time to show up, tap in, tune in, and turn on the frequency of your divine abundance. So if you are old to this, you know what I'm going to do next. But if you're new to this, we're going to close on mantras that are vibrationally lifting us up, because it's true. Everything really is always working out for us. So the first round is everything is always working out for me. And the second round is us. So let's get into it, my love. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Again, 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 us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything, 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 always and in always. I love you so much. Please join Manifesting Miracles Academy. Sign up right now. Show your highest self and your future self that you've got a plan, and you're going to learn how to rewire that brain with all of us all together. I'm Michelle Juanita Lamont. This is Manifesting Miracles, and I cannot wait to see you on Zoom. This is your reality, so might as well manifest the best one. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again. But please sign up for Manifesting Miracles Academy. All right, producers, cue that motherfucking music. Hey, 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 hey.